Hello everyone. ALTEC lansing, model number is IMT7002. This is a speaker board and it has the Bluetooth, radio and microphone input, the 3.5 millimeter input plus the USB. Yeah, this one here, it has a battery. So the customer sent just the board, no speaker, no battery. And the customer said the speaker turns on, works for a little bit, then goes off. So could be a overheated problem or could be something else. So let's plug it and see what it's doing. So we have that blue light. So the blue light is mean a full charge, red light is mean is charging. But because the battery is not connected, the battery is here, battery negative and positive, that's why we're not going to have the red light. All right, let's turn it on. Yeah, we should have something here on the screen. Yeah. Customer said it works, but it turns off. But I don't have nothing here on the screen. So we have a power supply here. It's a simple power supply. This is rectifier bridge, the high voltage filter capacitor. Then the MOSFET cuts the voltage to the transformer. Transformer send it, I think this is a diode, I'm not sure. The diode plus the capacitor filtering the output. And we have here the feedback circuit. We have, must be this one is a TL431. And we have the optocoupler. Must be this capacitor is VCC capacitor, and the switching IC should be in the back of the board. But what we need to check now is the voltage here. Yes, they are kind of far to reach them over there. No, it should be here. We have 15 volt. So the power supply is making the voltage that's his need. Is the switch work? So I think the switch is just cutting the power from the battery or from the power supply, because we're always going to have the voltage here no matter what. You can see 15 volt. If I turn off the switch, we still have 15 volt. So there is something connected here and something connected here. This is a battery connector. Oh, this one is a speaker connector. Speaker, the two pins, and the LED to the front. I think this is the light, the LED light. We have here, there is no connector here. Here, yeah, this connector. We have add key. This is the key, and we have 5 volt. IR, ground, standby, the clock, and DATC, I don't know what's that. So let's check the voltage in in the standby. The voltage in the standby is you see how is this volt? Let's go up and down. Standby. Yeah, it's not stable. The 5 volt. Same thing, the 5 volt and the standby is doing the same thing. So could be there is a short. So let's check it to the ground. No short in the standby. No short in the 5 volt. Yeah, there is a short in the let me see. No short. It just was the capacitor charged. Yeah, no short in the 5 volt or in the standby. The standby is the pin number 3. So pin number 3. And we are going to check where that standby coming from. Yeah, I'm checking in one coil here. You see this coil? I'm checking to it. So it's connected, this coil here is connected to the 5 volt. But it's not connected to the standby. Yeah, I find the 5 volt, but I can't find the standby. So on these capacitors. No. So standby is there, but the 5 volt is not there. Could be the standby is coming from this little board. like the 5 volt is come to the board, then the board is making standby, maybe. Let me check here. No, it's a different. Nope. Yeah, I don't have the standby here. But anyway, we don't have the 5 volt and we don't have the standby voltage stable. It should be like 5 volt as well. And I find where the 5 volt is coming from. This 5 volt is coming from this coil here. Right here. So I'm gonna go to the microscope, then plug it to the power and see where why we don't have the 5 volt. So let's go to the DC. Device is plugged to the power. So from this coil, there is a big trace coming to this IC, and must be this is the IC that generates the 5 volt. Let's check that IC if we have any short. So no short here in the coil. This is a ground. Okay, that's the output to the coil. The middle pin, no short. No short here. No short. This is a ground. And no short. So we have one ground. We have one output. And yeah. So let's plug it to the power and see how much the input to the IC. It's on. We are in DC mode. Okay, that's the ground. Must be this big trace here. Should be the input. And we have 15 volt coming to this IC. We have 5 volt coming out from the IC. So small voltage here. Small voltage here. Let's check the resistance in these small resistors here. 2 kilo ohm. Yeah, it's a big resistance here. Capacitor is no short in them, of course. No short in here. Yeah, so must be the IC is bad. The IC is BDDAD. So we are not gonna find this IC. This is a step down power supply from 15 volt to 5 volt. So we set up the power supply at 5 volt. We are gonna feed a 5 volt to 5 volt here, and we're going to see if the device is going to turn on. So this is the ground from the power supply, and let's add power. The device, the switch is on, and I'm going to put it here. That's the 5 volt right here. You can see it? It's on. We can see the Bluetooth. So it turns on when we give it the 5 volt. Use this module here. This is to get 15 volt input from here, and we are going to have 5 volt out from here. And we are going to need 3 wires, 15 volt here, ground here, and 5 voltage will be output here. We don't need this pin here because we have 1 ground from here to here. And before we add 15, before we connect this one to the 5 volt, we are going to need to adjust this resistor here to have the 5 volt here. So let's do it. And we are going to use these 3 wires, black for the ground, red for the input, and the white for the 5 volt. So let's turn it off. We unplug it. Okay, that's the 5 volt. 15 volt should be here by this carbon resistor. And the ground, we can take it from here. This is going to be the 15 volt. This one here, it will be the 5 volt. And this one is going to be the ground. This is going to be the ground. The black one is. And we wait for the 5 volt till we adjust this one with the 5 volt. So let's do it. So let's put this one here and we plug the device. Let's plug it. Here it turns on. You can see when it's off, this one goes off. Then it turns on. And we check here how much voltage we have. Yeah, we have 5.2, close to it, so we don't need to do a lot of adjustment. $48. Here is 5 volt. We adjust it from here. So now we can put the 5 volt. Alright, our 5 volt power supply is ready, and let's plug it. You see it? It's on. It works. Gonna plug a speaker and we'll test it. So let's solder the speaker wire here. Yeah, be sure we don't short nothing here.
Powering on. Welcome to ALTEC Lansing.
We hear the sound. That's good. Let me go to the radio. Checking this place here to see if anything getting hot, warm this area. No, everything is good. Yeah, it's fixed. Just glue this one here. It's just a small module. It's not that big, and it should be good to go. So this is all for this video. Thank you for watching, and see you again.